Now, since we are talking to you now and talk to the higher self again, let's see. Oh, she recently was feeling like vibrations through her body, and she started feeling like perhaps the event was going to happen this March. Why was she feeling this and feeling that connection?
It's going to happen in March.
It is going to happen?
Yes.
Now,
We can't tell her. She was told this, and she doubted it.
And am I still speaking to Michael?
Yes.
Good. I want to make sure. Huh?
It's in March.
The event, like, are you saying the final event?
We will experience an event.
An event?
An event.
Can you explain that to me? What kind of event?
It's a wave, a very powerful wave that comes through, and many people experience it. Most of the people experience it. It's a wave of energy that envelops the world, talks to the heart, tells the heart what we are. Through this wave, many people will begin to awaken.
Yes.
It's the beginning of the new world. How we describe it is an awakening.
An awakening.
It is more up to you to then cause the new earth, to create the new earth.
Okay.
We've been showing this to many people, and they're hearing this, but in different ways. It's a growth. It's a very big growth experiment that we have here. No one needs to fear it. I think she took it the wrong way, that she has to give up things, that things are going to wait. She's going to wake up and things will be totally new.
Yes, I see that a lot as a healer, where people think, oh, the event's coming, I'm going to give up this, I'm going to give up on this. So what is your advice on that?
I think it's more of a good idea to just keep going on and keep working on ourselves. But we don't have to give up a lot. We don't have to give up things that make us happy. Through this, there's going to be more opportunities, not taking things away.
Would you say that once the person starts tuning into the event energy, do they, in a sense, become infringed upon, thinking that they should give up on things?
We think some people do. Some people do think of it as what they don't want, in that they have to limit themselves then. But it's not limitation at all. It's more of expansion. People think that they'll have to give up their meats and give up their TV and give up things. But it's more just an awakening, and it's not limitation. It's not working against anything. It's working more with. It's in alignment with everybody's good. Their higher self. So they're going to want this. This isn't something that they're not going to want at all. It's a very beautiful thing, and people get very confused.
Would you say that it's more of a wave of love versus a final event?
It's not It's not, people say the event. It's
Yeah.
an event. It's an event. There's never an ending to any event.
Mm-hmm.
And some people see this as more of a like a way of ending. It's not an ending.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a beginning. It's a journey.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they very much see it like an ending, like, oh, I'm finally off this planet. Save me, like a savior mentality. What do you think of that?
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not like that.
Can you help them understand, those who may watch, if she does share this, how it is, help them understand how, if they're in this mentality of, I can't take this anymore, get me out of here, save me, savior, the event is the savior, what can you tell them?
What we need to do is shift and become more. We're not seeing this as people just lifting off in a way and be it's not like that. It's not that you just wake up and all you're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking you to more enlightenment,
Mm-hmm.
which will lead to more joy, yes. But it's a process, and you can't skip the process. People think that they can just skip the process.
Yes.
There's many journeys, there's many lessons. You have to go through it.
Yes. Tell them why it's important for them to go through it.
Well, that's why we're here. It's like they want to skip on the whole process of humanity, of why they came here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they want to skip out on it. They want to skip out on the whole human process.
Yes.
Through this, we learn things, we understand things, and it's like they want to just jump ahead, and it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. And say they stay stuck in this mentality where they just want to jump ahead and they don't do the work that they're meant to. What happens to them?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
we have decided that this event is going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and people are awakened enough for this, but people will have to consider this when they consider the event, because they'll be faced with all their choices.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be faced with that and understand where they went. We don't like the word wrong.
Yeah.
Where they went astray.
Mm-hmm.
When this happens, they may decide to go through a process of like reconciliation of kind of mastering themselves, taking time to understand themselves, instead of going about their journey. It will not be the, oh, we're happy-go-lucky now, we skipped all that pain. They will be forced to learn their lessons, but not through pain, but they'll want to learn their lessons. They'll have to spend time working on themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they can either choose to work on themselves now or later. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. but they'll have to take a time out.
So in other words, if they choose not to work under what they need healing now, that's stopping them from perhaps ascending as individuals. Would they be given the opportunity, say the final event happens, I don't know, a while from now? When it happens and say they aren't there, what's going to happen to them? What kind of chance will they be given since they weren't able to meet that requirement?
They'll have to go through a process of oneness within themselves. They'll have to stop and just look at themselves for a while, to be with themselves. So most of us will go along and we'll be given our new mission, our new understanding of what to do. But these people, they'll have to wait for a while.
And where would they wait? Would they wait in a reality where the old Earth is at? Would they wait in a space of waiting? Where would they wait?
They'll be given a place to wait. Most of you think that there's like this old Earth, the new Earth. It's not like that either. These people are shifting at different frequencies and different places. The new Earth is just shifting to these places that are existing now. These people will have a place to go to do their journey of oneness, to find themselves. It's more of a space. It's not like a world. It's like a space, a containment area. Not that we force anybody to go there.
Like a holding space?
You could say
resting, holding, healing place?
Yes. Yes, a rejuvenation type place.
And since they weren't able to overcome their, say, their lessons, their experiences, perhaps their contracts in that life, and now they have to go to this holding space, say they weren't they weren't able to pass 3D, can they just skip on now once after they're healed, or would they have to go relive somewhere else where they would have to redo the 3/4 dimensional world existence again? And would they have an opportunity then to be able to pass, say, that grade level?
Well, they need to understand their lessons. It depends on if they understand their lessons. If they don't, yes, they'll have to be reincarnated in a sense to a lower density. But I don't see that happening. Many people are learning. I don't see that happening very much at all. So people are learning, and it's just a matter of taking some time out. It's not fear-based at all. You know, some people want to learn later, and that's okay. It's almost like what you think of as heaven between lives. You take your time, and that's what it is.
So where would they learn then if they don't go to a 3-dimensional planet?
Well, they'll learn through the oneness.
Through the oneness?
through the oneness.
So in that space where they'll be healing, they'll be learning there?
It's more of a dimension, if you want to say, where we store energy, information. It's not of this dimension. It's a place of healing.
So therefore you're saying that even though they didn't learn their lessons, if they learn their lessons, they'd be able to move on to a higher dimension there after they're done there?
It's of a higher dimension, yes. But once they learn that, they'll want to come back down and explore. And they can keep their body. They can keep their body. It's just revitalizing themselves, understanding things. Places don't really exist.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to figure out how to explain this to the human mind. So let's see. See if I have one more question here on this. So the initial goal to place them in this realm, this dimension of healing, would be to help them advance and learn their lessons so that they can move on from that experience and heal?
Yeah. They will see what they did and review it and understand things from a higher perspective. One might think of it as training, but it's more of a healing.
Yes. Very good. Very, very good. Anything else you want to tell us on this event and what we spoke of so far?
Well, it's about here, and people need to know that. Many people think that the event is more of this idea, but they don't understand when it will happen. We need people to understand. They need to understand so that they don't become afraid when it. We want to prepare people. They don't need to be afraid.
Yes. And if I know you touched briefly on it, you said that it's just it is a multitude of events. Is what you said?
Yes. We've been shifting people throughout, working on people, helping people. We've created many energies that's come in, and they are aligning now for this to happen.
So So would you say, like, at times when we, perhaps us that feel energy more and feel like there's a portal open and people are ascending, is that a time that this would be occurring, similar to when the wave of energy is going to come in March?
We're experiencing more of this heart-centered energy. We're becoming more heart-centered.
Mm-hmm.
We are aligning more with the heart, telling ourselves things from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
giving people things from the heart. They need to keep aligning with the heart.
Yes.
Many people will awaken. Many even more will awaken.
So would you say these waves, these events are more focused upon waking people up?
We think of it more as people are becoming more awake and more awake and more awake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it as asleep.
Mm-hmm. And how about those people that actually really do look like they're asleep and controlled?
Well, even then, it's just an experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we're ever asleep.
Mm-hmm.
We may not understand things. We have to keep learning.
Would you say that it's more of a, then if you don't like awaken, would you say it's more of a shifting of a consciousness of awareness?
That's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Thank you, Michael, for all that explanation there. Anything else you want to talk about that, Vet?
I've been here throughout the entire event, and I say it as it's not one event; it's many. I've been here,
Mm-hmm.
and we can always ask for assistance if we need any help, and so I'm here, as well as others.
Mm-hmm. And what is your role, if you don't mind me asking, as being here in assistance for the event? Or the event, as you said it.
I take charge. I sort of orchestrate things. It's a gift that I have to give.
Mm-hmm.
We all work together. I make sure things work together.
Mm-hmm. Are you at all have to do with any of the, say say working with the energies on Earth, as far as perhaps some of the keys and the portals that exist to help people ascend? Do you work with any of those?
Seeing them open is part of my job. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we have to make sure that the energies flow.
Yes. Thank you. Should we move on from this topic?
I think we're done.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Michael. If you can, thank you for all those wonderful answers that align very much in my heart. Thank you.